And it's all about balance. A lot of people get into training, you look at the New Year's resolutionists. You know, I call them resolutionists. They get in there and boom, they go full steam a month, they're burnt out, and they die. They don't work out, and they end up fatter next year. Or more out of shape and more at risk for heart disease and diabetes. These epidemics in our society in America, as well as society here in Australia and every modernized country. And what we're trying to do, and we're doing it to a small scale, but the more people we can help, the better. And hopefully they can help people, and it spreads like wildfire. Because bottom line is that you really, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do outside of, you know, your health and fitness. If you're dead, you're not going to be able to enjoy life. So we really want to be able to help people, you know, live longer. And as well, if you look good, you feel good. And we try to help people reach their goals.
When you say obviously trying to help people reach their goals, I guess what is the what's the secret for people that might be struggling with some weight loss at the moment? Because there are plenty of supplements out there.
Yes.
And some of them are obviously hoaxes. They don't work. They don't do what they say. They pretend to be that magic pill that you were talking about.
Unfortunately, there actually is a secret. It's called consistency. And if you're consistent with your diet and your training, and you're consistent with making the right choices. Now, I'm not saying give up chocolate cake. I'm not saying you have to train 5 days a week. You can go to the gym 3 days a week. 30 minutes of workout. You can make simple choices, like for breakfast, instead of having, I believe you eat Tim Tams out here, or whatever people eat, a junk food item. You make a better choice. You have some whole grain oatmeal and some eggs even. I mean, something like that. Maybe you eat a little better. You cut your portion sizes down. It's all about making the right choices. Now, competitive bodybuilding, that's the extreme. And women, I know you're out there. Last thing I want to hear is, well, I don't want to get too muscular. Trust me. My wife trains heavy. She deadlifts heavy. And she's by no means going to win a bodybuilding title. Women just can't build muscle like that. So what you're going to do is you're going to help improve your health, improve your wellness, and look better and feel better. And it really only takes about an hour and a half a week. And once in a while, 80% of the time, you eat the right choices.
Yep.
And you can find the right choices. We have, if you go to www.scivation.com, S-C-I, V as in Victor, A-T-I-O-N, we give you the tools you need, including a free diet and personal training program called Team Scivation. So that's what we do. We like to give back. We don't like to just say, okay, here's our pill, buy it. Yep. And it'll do this. No, wait. Here's something that'll help with that diet and training aspect, help speed it up, help it along, help you get better results. At the end of the day, it's going to be you. It's up to you to get the results. If you don't want the results, if you're not willing to put in the work and the effort, it's just not going to happen. And you're going to be disappointed, you're going to give up. That's the last thing I want.
Just taking you back a bit, Mark, because what was your sort of sporting background? I know you used to do powerlifting. I'm wondering how you sort of progressed through your college, school days, and then to powerlifting to be a bodybuilder.
You know, it's when I was in high school, I was, you know, a small fat kid, pretty much, and I played football. And a coach said to me, I was a sophomore in high school, if you don't lift, you're never going to play a lick. And that kind of resonated because I was a student athlete, but I wasn't that great of a student. I had a 3.2. I'm not going to get into college like that. My family couldn't afford to put me through school. And I wanted to go to school. I wanted to get a degree. I figured football was the way to go. I devoted myself 100% to training. And one summer, I gained 70 pounds. Well, it wasn't the cleanest 70 pounds, but it was a tasty 70 pounds. And next thing you know, it was good. It was a good time. And but nonetheless, it got me to the next level. And playing football, I hurt my knee. Going into college, university, whatever. Culturally, I think university is more universal than college. And what happened is I decided to get done with school early, and then I got into powerlifting. From powerlifting, I started my career with Weider Publications. Joe Weider invented our industry, basically. I had a chance to do a photo shoot with Men's Fitness. I dieted down for that. And that's when I'm like, you know, this powerlifting thing, lifting heavy weights and all, it's great, but I'm not looking any sexier on a day-to-day basis. And I wanted to look sexy.
So the music was right.
The music, you know what? It's all about being sexy. Anybody who says that they're happy with the way they look, even if they look great, you always want to look better. I'm sorry, maybe I just have mental issues, but I would have never competed in bodybuilding. But when I started my company, I said, look, if I can't do the extreme of health and fitness, I don't belong here telling people how to how to reach their goals if I can't reach my own goals? And that's when I started competing.
Now, I'm definitely not going to be the person that tells you that you've got a mental illness, that's for sure. But
it's all show, no go. I can't fight.
Now, as you said, when you were back in school, you were the short, fat kid. And in your powerlifting days, as you said as well, you weren't as sort of trim as you are now.
Oh, no.
What was the trigger for you? When was the turning point that you actually decided to obviously lose the pounds and obviously focus on your health and fitness, apart from wanting to look sexy?
The men's fitness photo shoot. I was working at Weeder, and Jared Kindella, the then editor of Men's Fitness, said, "You have a good physique. If you were to, get down to this weight, we'll put you in the magazine." And basically, who doesn't want to be in a magazine with a circulation of 1 million readers? I mean, that was just cool. And so I dieted down, and they kept postponing the shoot. Next thing you know, I was at like 5% body fat for a year and a half. Finally, I did the photo shoot, and I just stayed lean from that point on. And once you're at a certain weight for a certain amount of time, you learn how to eat. It's not that hard to stay that way. So I was able to maintain that body fat. And once I started the company, at the first show we were at, a couple of my employees who were working the booth said,